Hi everybody, my name's Paul Murphy and I've got a passion for hats. Here we are, we have another package been delivered today, and this one seems quite heavy. It is one of the two that I'm expecting hats at the moment. So let's get it open and see what we've got to play with. Right. Always be very careful when you're opening these parcels, because you never know how somebody's actually wrapped them. I know it's pretty obvious, but I've had the odd occasion when I've had a bit of a mishap. So I'll take a little bit of care now. So okay, here we go. Okay, so this person's taken a lot of pride in packaging, which is great to see. So here we go. A bit gone. And now, in the interest of recycling, I usually try and keep this and reuse it if I can. Right. Oh, here's a classic box. So that's very nice. You can see the label from Failsworth hats. So this is clearly an original box from the actual provider, and it's just trying to see if it says a date on here, but can't see it at the moment. There is a postage stamp on here, and goodness, I shall have to clean that up and see if I can actually see it. But okay, so we have an insert in the box with a hat. So let's see if we can get that out. Okay, so now, so this is typically how a hat will turn up. It's not had any love and attention for a few years. It's all very, very dusty. Oh my goodness. And look at that inside. It's got obviously a lot of well, whatever that packing, if I'm being polite, I guess. But there's a size label of 7 3/8 and a Failsworth logo in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this now through to the hat room and start giving it a good clean, and I'll show you how I transform these hats that I receive from this sort of state to hopefully what will be a very, very usable hat. Right, now I'm in my hat room, and you can see I've got the hat here. It's not looking in bad condition considering its age, but just needs a little bit of a tidy up. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to take off the bulk of all the dust and dirt that's on the hat. So let's start by using some of this regular packing tape. We open it up like that, put it on our fingers. Here we are. A nice chunk of packing tape. And then I'm just going to apply it all over the hat. So what you can see is a lot of the dust and dirt is all sort of coming off onto the tape. See that? And it's beginning already to clean up. You're going to need to use quite a bit of this, I'm afraid. There we are. So any packing tape does it. It's obviously just the stickiness. It's the stickier the better. And yeah, let's go through and okay. All coming off there. Now the inside of the brim here. There we are. And let's just have a look and see inside the hat. And look at that. That's all the sort of loose fur that's come off. And once more, just for good measure. Right. I can already see there's a few marks on here that's going to need a little bit of steam or a little bit of extra brushing or what have you, but only to be expected, really. And the hat's in pretty good shape considering its age and everything. So let's just keep right. Okay. So let's now when restoring hats, you really need good brushes. You've got one here that's a sort of roundish shape, which really goes around the brim, and this one has got like two stiffnesses. One that's pretty soft and one that's pretty hard. So I use both of these really. The hard one first of all, so we'll give the hat a bit of a this is anti-clockwise around the hat and see what we can take off. Yeah, yeah. Now, very well. Now, many a time I'll put this onto the stretcher. In fact, I might do that in just a few moments, actually, just to give it a bit more stiffness to be able to do the brushing. So inside of here, the brim, I'm going to need to use this to get around. It's a nice soft brush. I mean, it's it's no big deal. It just takes it all out in its stride, really. So I'm going to put it on the block and see if we can clean it up a bit more on the block. Hang on, let's see what we can do to lift that over. Oh, right. This is our trusty friend. It's a original, very old hat stretcher. Obviously, you can put hats on there, and you've got this device here that will then open up and screw back and stretch a steamed hat. So very, very useful for when you've got that little bit of extra that you need to open up the hat by to make it fit. So let's put a bit of steam on here and put it on the stretcher. Okay. Right, can you see that just pops up absolutely immediately? Pops up. So now I'm going to give it a oh, let's bring it out to size. This one's a 7 5/8, so it's quite a big hat, which is great because it will fit me nicely. And I've been looking for one of these for a long time. So there we go. Look at that. Look at that coming out. Oh, that's just coming out lovely. An absolute treat. So let's give it a softer brush. So the steam really does sort of refresh it, and hopefully will show you that it brings it up really nicely. So that's coming up a treat, actually. That looks nice. So let's see if we can loosen that down a bit. Now, before I try and shape that, what I'm going to do is just have a quick look at it says 7 3/8. So I've got my trusty sizing tool here, which is an original sort of old hat sizing tool. So let's see how that size works out. So we pop it in here and we then put it together like some scissors. Oh, that's it, round the brim. And this one's coming up as Yep, just under 7 3/8. So that's really due to the fact that it would have shrunk a little bit over the time, which hasn't shrunk a great deal at all. I'm really quite impressed by that. So that's really quite handy and quite good. So um, what I then tend to do is the leather. This has got a nice leather band around it, and as you can probably just about see, it says Failsworth down there as well. I'm going to give that a little bit of a clean. So I've got some proprietary leather cleaner, which I'm just going to put on a little cloth and run around the edge. Um, it's it's always a bit of a debate as to what do you do with a leather um, a what do you do with a leather band when you know it's quite old because they do get quite dry. Well, um, I've got some leather restoration cream that I tend to use, and it actually puts some moisture back into the leather. There we are. That's a little bit of usage coming off there, but actually, I don't think this has been worn very much at all. So let's give that a wipe out. There we go, and there we go. That's quite nice. Now let's just very quickly put a bit of steam inside the hat. Yep. And that just serves to freshen it up a bit inside. So let's go back to the hat itself here and just continue to give it a bit of a brush over. And now let's see if we can put some shape into the hat. So a Homburg would generally just have a central fold down the middle, and that's what we've now got. So just have a look and see if that's, yeah, that looks about right. And a little bit higher at the front, a little bit. It's not so bad. I think I could do with a bit more of a brush actually. Now it really doesn't hurt if you brush the hats a lot because they really benefit from it. So, but not too hard, of course. I'm not doing too hard a brush. So what I'm going to do is put this back on here, a little bit more steam on it. I'm going to just wipe it over so that if there is any excess dust or anything, it will come off before I start shaping it again. And yeah, there we go. That's all coming off nicely. So yeah, I think that's probably at a point where I can. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay it flat on here, and then we know that there's back and front that way. So I'm going to put the fold into the hat. There we are, and there we are, and that looks absolutely stunning. Yeah. Let's turn that off. Now the proof of the pudding is in the eating, I guess. So does it fit? Well, let's have a look. Oh, that's quite a good fit actually. A little bit of steam on the inside, just but otherwise a very nice formal hat. So thanks for watching, and see you again soon. If you've got a passion for hats, keep watching the channel. Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye.